Hi everyone, I'm Wilma Haerkens. I'm your makeover specialist. Today I have a special guest with me. Her name is Watson-LeBlanc, and she is one of my readers of a New You Style journal. And if you're following my program, you'll know that the month of December is 31 days of dreaming big. This is one of my favorite months, and I have a feeling it's one of Kathy's too. So it's all about showing appreciation for the past year of what came into your life that you're most appreciative of. It's setting goals for the next year. It's all about thinking big, dreaming big, and taking bite sizes to make those goals. We have a question for you. And the question is, do you have a hard time writing in a book? Can you easily take a pen and mark up a book? Is this something that you have a hard time with? We'd like to talk about it a little bit more. And Kathy's got a little surprise for you, a way for you to get my book for free. So stay tuned and we'll be right back. So Kathy, you brought up a really good point.
Okay.
And I love that. The first thing you tell me is that I don't want to write in my book.
Yeah, for sure. Like it'll be all messy.
It'll be all messy.
Yeah.
So that's one of the biggest things that I find that I'm trying to teach my readers is to write things down. Now, you know the importance of writing things down.
Yeah.
So you're doing it.
Yes.
You're following the program.
Yes.
But what you're doing is you're writing it on a different piece of paper.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah, because a lot of people have a hard time writing in a book.
I don't know. It goes back to a very old message we got somewhere. Don't write in the book.
And it's like a disrespect to the author
or something. Yeah. Even though you've got all these lovely squares where you can write it in and there's the appropriate space. So then what I have to do is I have to replicate all of these lovely things and write it on a piece of paper, which is great, except that the trouble with that is that then you can lose a piece of paper. Now, I get around that by clipping it right into the book, and that works okay.
Yeah.
But it truly is so critical to write it down.
Yeah, yeah. And it's not just, I say, write it in your book. Please write it in your book and just buy another. I mean, when I originally made my book or published my book, I had it in the version that Kathy has here is with the 3 holes, and it actually went into a binder. Yeah. Aesthetically, I love the look of my new book.
Yeah. Right.
And I'm leaving the option up to people themselves. So the idea was that you did your book, you completed it, whether you completed 100% or not, I don't care.
Not homework.
It's not homework.
Yeah.
It's about self-improvement. It's about, taking steps and all that kind of stuff. But that you would put it in your binder and then start a new one.
Right.
So, and I can see exactly why it falls apart, because you have the same, I hear it so often.
That's right.
That they don't want to write it in their book.
Yeah.
So I'm going to encourage you to write it in the book, because you start with a new picture of yourself at the front. It's like a whole new chapter.
Yeah.
So please write it in your book.
Yeah.
So that was one of the main things that I wanted to say is that write it in your book. By all means, write it in your book, and just it's $20 for another book.
That's right, and it's pretty easy. It's just an old script from another era. Yeah. I'm not even sure where it's from. Like, I can't even tell you, but I just know. And if I do write it in the book, like, the hilarious part is I have written it in my book before, because I have done this for a couple of years now.
Yes.
I write it in pencil.
I was gonna say, we end up writing it in pencil. Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Like, what's with that?
And some people have no problem at all writing in a book.
Yeah, that's right.
But others.
And then there's myself. Yeah.
That's right. Well, yourself and many others.
Yeah.
Many others. I had the same thing.
Okay.
So I know what that feels like and what that looks like. So that's really good. So one thing I want to talk about now is you are with Nygaard.
Yeah, for Nygaard Style Direct. Yeah, it's a new division of Nygaard, opened a year ago, and it is the new up-and-coming methodology of bringing clothing to women.
It's awesome. And this is available globally.
This is available globally, and right now that we are direct to consumer both in Canada and the US, and eventually it will be across all areas, all populations. It was amazing because just in our started in July of 16, and in August of 16, like in July 31st of 16, we had already hit $4 million in sales just from our group. So it was amazing to see in 1 year. And that was with a very few number of stylists, because, I mean, it's a new adventure and it's new for a lot of people. So I think at that point in time, we probably had, I'm going to guess 250, can't remember the actual number, but in that number. So 250 individuals created $4 million in sales.
Wow.
So that's pretty impressive.
That's really impressive.
You know, and
really
it's, you know, like, and we've sort of had growth in our team locally as well. And I think that that's been really fun, is that we grew from 2 people. We had just me and one other gal.
Yeah,
that was us. And
that's how it starts, right?
That's how it starts together at the beginning. And then we moved onward from there to about, we're down around 20 people, and we're expecting to double this year coming forward.
Wow. So in other words, my question is, if somebody was watching this right now and isn't in Canada and isn't in Ottawa, they could actually join your team.
Absolutely. Anywhere in North America right now, and moving into the European market and Australia probably in 2020.
Okay.
Yeah. So coming forward pretty fast.
Okay. And you have a special offer.
Yes, I'm going to be, because I find that, as we've talked about multiple times before, when people start on my team, I'm giving them an opportunity to get Wilma's program, because it's awesome and it really helps direct. If you've never had this direction before, it really helps direct you, and to have it on me. I basically will pay for the program as long as, you know, when you're starting on the team. And I think that with this and a little bit of direction that we can provide on just one-on-one, I think that you could be one of those people that starts creating a huge industry for yourself and, you know, reach your goals, not their goals.
Right. Yeah. That's a huge one. Yes. Reach your goals, not their goals.
Exactly.
And that's very empowering. That's somebody that I want to be associated with as well, is somebody that respects somebody else's goals, and it's not about your goals, it's about you understanding what their goals are and wanting them to achieve theirs, which is it's a big one as a leader, for sure.
And everybody has a different take on it, because some people are working on a full-time position, and that's fabulous, and they're working on a full-time position, they just want a little bit of something on the side just so that they can have their own creativity, or maybe it's their little outlet, or maybe it's their add-on money, because maybe their full-time job isn't exactly brilliant financially, and this gives them that. And some people use it as a retirement project. Some people do it as an alternative career.
Some people do it as a social thing too.
As a social thing too.
Sometimes your job is you're in a
cubicle.
A cubicle.
Looking at a computer screen.
Exactly. So it gives you an outlet to be social.
And to also, to have a purpose in being social. I mean, it's one thing, we all have this thing, because what happens is that people end up wanting to have more in their life, but they don't want more that's going to cost them more. They want more, and this is a bonus, because you get more and you earn a little bit of cash.
Yeah.
So you get paid to get more.
Yeah. It's definitely a win-win for sure. And it's about fashion and style.
And it's about fashion and style, which is a ton of fun.
Yeah.
And it's very visual. I mean, people are so easy when it comes to fashion and style, because it's a love-hate thing. I mean, you go in the market, you watch anybody at the mall, and it's, I love that, what she's got on, or I hate that, what she's got on. It's not really, most people are pretty black and white about it. And if you ask their opinion, they'll give you a black and white. I mean, sometimes with politeness, we sort of refrain from that. But, if you were to ask their candid opinion, it would give you pretty much black and white.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's totally awesome.
So very fun. So this program, for anybody who joins the team, is theirs, and you just basically will talk about it, and I know that Wilma will put a link on so that we can see how to get a hold of me, and there you go.
Yeah, absolutely. So what they're going to get is they'll get a copy of my book in the new version. Well, maybe Kathy may have some of the old versions or whatever, but she'll offer a copy of my book, and you'll also get a link and to the Facebook group, and specifically for my readers. So what it is it's a new you style journal, which is the title of the book, and it's coaching for my book.
Yeah, which is awesome. I mean, why not get some free coaching? This is brilliant.
Yeah.
And particularly if you don't have a background in fashion, but you've always had an interest, this is a great way to learn.
Yes.
When I started in this business, I did not have a background in fashion. I had to learn everything. And you know what? It's fine. We're very, just make yourself teachable and we'll teach you. And you've got a good coach, Wilma, help. And she's been helpful at all the people in the team. She's worked really hard with them and helped them get their own style going.
Yes, awesome. Thank you.
Okay.
So if you enjoyed this video, please give us the thumbs up and please subscribe. And by all means, share it with your friends. So bye for now.
Bye.